pretty much just been a dream that I've always had for myself. I feel like I don't want to be living my life every day slaving at a 9 to 5. Because of photography, I've been lucky and fortunate enough to see the world. A lot of the expectations I had going to Thailand was, as a photographer, I would be capturing a lot of the architecture. In hindsight, I think I was really just fooling myself, thinking that it was the landscape that made the country beautiful. And the thing that stood out a lot more than the architecture and the landscape was really the people. Everyone that we met, they're friendly. We probably didn't speak the same language, but often the small English words or the small Thai words that we come to understand, was often met with a smile. One of the main reasons for going to Thailand was to experience the Yiping Lantern Festival. For me, the big reason was to lift a lot of the bad karma or the negative energy I've had in my life. So in Bangkok, with the idea that I was going there, to find a bit of peace within myself, I try to find locations that were a little bit off the beaten path. And 2 hours away, there was this floating market. Hundreds of boats locked in within this little channel of water. And that was actually something, a bit of a culture shock. I've never been used to something like that before. The daily life of a monk, they can be doing the most mundane, odd tasks, from the way they pray to certain rituals within Buddhism. And I can see how you can find your inner peace or some sort of calmness within yourself. Because of travel, we do tend to learn to respect other people's cultures and traditions. One of the more indigenous animals to Thailand is the elephant. You interact with an elephant that's being rehabilitated, you kind of see the damage that not only we do to ourselves and to others as humans, but to animals themselves. One of the things that I was having trouble with capturing the elephants is that you want to capture them from a distance. Especially with this 45-year-old elephant, she always wanted to be really close to me. And I don't know if it was because of the food I had in my bag or she was just curious with the camera. There were times I felt like she was posing for the camera. One of the most beautiful things is these creatures are so big, but you can just see in their eyes how much emotion that they do have. And just being able to play with them, feed them, and go for walks was, something that was pretty humbling. Slowly, you see people starting to set up. I was able to experience the actual event itself. I wasn't expecting to be a part of. The main thing was to let off a lot of the negative energy and bad vibes I've been holding in my life, and lift it up into the air. And, just looking back, it's something that I kind of needed for myself in my life. What's the beautiful thing about sharing a moment like that with other people is that you probably have thousands of people feeling the same way you are. you know, and you're sharing an experience that, for one, is very personal to you, but also it's possibly just that much more meaningful to them as well. So when you're experiencing kind of the same thing, it's like a community there. So when you look at one person who probably doesn't speak English, who's probably also a foreigner, you know, it's very uplifting, and it's kind of cool to see like other people helping each other light these lanterns. We ended up back to the city, and here you are, and all you do is look up, and there's thousands and thousands of lanterns in the sky again. And you see that it's just a big celebration within the north. No matter how dark it was in the city, the lanterns just lit up. I thought that was such a beautiful experience. I sit at a desk from 9 to 5. Once I'm out of that desk, I want to just get out there and travel and photograph.